ntamnya chechimwa na we ka AMA and sometimes we are confused obi te adenta asem si wa no say AMA boss but honors so a municipality and AMA boss wa ha Mohammed Adjei Sowa honorable Accra Mayor e wa ha say honorable Akwaba
Mejusu
apombo ko de
nyamiadom
ye da nyamiase what is asem be that so asem asi wo municipality bi mo na ye frɛ AMA boss what is asem be that
na obi bakra we say o AMA office na e wo amasama no
yes
AMA office na e wo kokrobiti no yetisa
and AMA tax force for no work as well so AMA is all over the place
yes we are here say in terms of local governance it started from the city council and metaphors into AMA as a pioneering local government institution that year. It sits in the minds of the people of Accra. Everywhere it's AMA. And also by, let's say, a continuous posture, na bibia. It's also Emma Crawford, almost AMA. And it used to cover the entire space. In fact, in the during Crawford's time, AMA's jurisdiction still extends to Nungwa and the rest. So we are gradually bringing local government closer to the residents.
We are AMA bossy. Winning boundaries, no,
sure.
Apart from say OP personal.
Sure.
Until you do it to me, say me free me jurisdiction.
Sure.
Winning,
sure.
I see.
Of course, you have to know because you can't.
Maybe that's because sometimes you're too frame.
Yes, yes, and even it's important if you are in sanitation once, you know. Some of the issues they are cross jurisdictional, and yet they be fakupe na ewo. For instance, sanitation, transportation. These are cross jurisdictional matters because. Obi faka every achimota and now every ambassador or banker. The trotro no, it's within the city of Accra.
Yeah.
So clearly, within the city of Accra, there are several municipalities na amubwa. What is important na is about collaboration. How do we coordinate our activities? How do we collaborate to deliver on the president's promise?
Yes. President promise no but maybe say we answer about president promise no so answer about be a boss when am say the nkran city who say na nneema siko start time no na unya mayor no na ususu say na ye ekro no city say na usi hu no
well me you will be one crowd. I have lived throughout my life in Accra. Apart from me national service or Bolgatanga, I have lived throughout my and me Ejuma Namiye is all about Tinkan. I've worked in urban slums as a development practitioner for a long time and a social entrepreneur for the past 23 years. I've worked a Wong Crown, Choko, Bukum, Teshi, Nungwa, all these informal settlements, Ashiaman. I have worked extensively there. And politics also, Majina Ewo Ododo Pen, Yewume Ewo, am I Greater Accra Regional Secretary, am I a party for 8 years? And my work life, my politics, and my private life have taken me round in Accra. So I have a very fair idea.
I have
sure.
Okay. Now, and newspaper Daily Searchlight story. Or say Accra stinks. Meaning say we be kaya.
I've seen the airline, but I don't know what
if I may. Or say now this report titled Accra stinks is not the first. It is not new. And perhaps after this, you will be reading yet another story. filth swallowing Accra. Now, the irony is that Accra, the capital city of Ghana, is touted the Millennium City for whatever reason. Several communities from the Medina in the east to the Weja in the west, Amasaman in the north, Osu, La, and Teshi in the south are engulfed in domestic and commercial waste. Now, the view of this newspaper, they say, the fact that Accra stinks, no, it's phenomenal, and it's going to be a phenomenon a bit near better.
Well, I think that the newspaper would be my to mention specific things, because you don't just report.
Okay.
So that you're also bringing it to the attention of the authorities, so that specifically they can respond to some of these things.
So that in course of the discussion, no, we'll be talking about say being follow within AMA. So because what was specified, and we will show you pictures of videos of places I have visited, and then near my but newspaper, in all fairness to the newspaper, wakasa about Makola, Kantamanto markets, wakasa about Kwame Nkrumah Circle, Kaneshi, Temas. These are all places. Okohwa, Benin say mayor. What kind of to any as a development practitioner? Well,
let me explain something to you. First of all, Ubra Nkran, Nkran Krum, Mokola, Kanshi, Temas Station, Nipa eye ejuma ewo for 24 hours.
Yeah.
We work in the evening to make sure, say, ye waste no effort. Even as late last night, 10 p.m., ye effort. By 2 a.m., another set of traders will come, and they come to work till 6. And at the time, now then you will come back and come and work. Until ye a juma for 24/7 all the time. I must say that it is not up to the standard now the president has set. But if you compare over the years up to today, whether we are making significant progress and whether we are on course, that should be the question. You can't take us back with such a report. I think that it is not fair.
Okay, fine. I am also very much concerned.
Sure.
Interestingly, over the years, SARS sports now, you who say ball a guhoya time. With the exception of the baby, I collapse a new building. No, I still see them. Met me at Naha and mention to you. And then we are say all time I ever call around.
Oh, sure.
And then we will see all those places now. So they're not ball and uguhono, sometimes the size, the hip. Those things no. Question I'm person bisa as mayor say. Should it be our practice to say any people be ye fie guho na ebi no start for ba na ya be clear?
That should
where does it happen?
Let me start by sharing my views on some of these things, that when we assume office, and 3 months later, around 4 months later, His Excellency the President, very bold statement, he wants us to work now by the end of his tenure, now Accra air clean. That for me is a wake-up call for all of us.
You believed it now, GD?
We have to believe it with everything.
He meant it?
If you don't believe it, it means that you have Unya Ghanaian.
Yeah, I will still be a Ghanaian. When Ebra, Mayor Ebra, Minim said there ever was a timer. Yes, even a ministry for modernization of the capital. We also know modern cities.
Yes.
Na yeshe Nkranya, with the exception of fantastic buildings, we've seen Yehu Sedano Hukoko Kosro. A modern no, but in terms of sanitation there, we don't see them.
I think that you should appreciate the fact, sir. Let me share it with you this. Just a show here Achimoto. That's a transfer station that has been constructed there. Can I finish?
Can we say fin yeah fin bebre no yeah popular for side yeah country no it's your favorite
me does it echi atimote ya ewo transfer station ewo this is a modern facility na ewo nkrampotem to be able say ye efin ewo nkran you will not travel very far to go and now to Abia Nsumia Ewonsawan to go now Ubuako you go and deposit the waste there before you come because it's very far. To manage a modern city like this, not waste not ejiri to know a dose now. What you do is that you have intermediate facilities, airfield transfer station, so that the turnaround time no a very short. To say Bola taxi, and now Boboya, and now even a truck, Wafa Bola, you would send it to a very short distance, and it's the responsibility of the transfer station. Na Omodi Beko.
Fantastic. Me problem back is baby cry the ball and cry egu and san ya kwako fan.
But let's we are holding a discussion, so let's pick the issues one by one. Say what you are saying because
but now me kabe person yen starting fi baby ye ball and gu no.
Fine.
And so, ya baby crona ye kwako to egu no. Enti all the marketplaces, baby adwom, lorry stations, a ho nyina.
So what happens?
So yen share some of the pictures ni bi wo ha sese a. Me sure say wonant be minim say wo ye one wo ye ni ba kwa wonant pa.
Very well.
Enti no yen hwe baby to say. Menyi ni say a modern kura a modern city.
Okay, this is just opposite Accra here. Everywhere in Accra. Okay. This is just close to Tesano opposite Tesano police station.
All right, okay. Enti share kwan na egu ho yo. Me share picture no broad daylight. Na ade achi. Yenim say yen kane no ense sa nipa kra be sori a obi hu efi.
Okay, this is La Paz.
Yes, 4 a.m. Na ya pra. So be a metu ye fin so. And so obehwe sa time in a ball and a go say no. Yentimi nye bibia ye betimi ahe se ye be sore na ade we na ho.
Okay. Now, what we are doing in Accra presently is that when it comes to waste management and say you can't clean Accra, you're talking about 6 areas. You can't solid waste. You can't liquid waste. You can't drains maintenance and say drain maintenance gutter. And you can't greening and landscaping you can't pest and pet control. Say goods any nantri namu nanti and then the last one is about our cemetery. These are UN definitions when you're talking about very clean and environmental sanitation. And for us, in the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, working in tandem, now the other municipalities, we are tackling all these things one by one. Now, we are focusing on solid waste now. When you are liquid waste. Now, in terms of solid waste, what we call a polluter pay system. And the polluter pay system tackles household waste. Waste na ewo a few. And then you were street cleansing. Street cleansing na ye di ama zoom lion through the YE no omoye street cleansing. Then we have what we call the central container for the informal settlement. So in terms of the household waste, like Peace FM, we have private contractors that omuye ejuma in all the areas.
For a long time.
It has not been there for a long time.
For a long time.
It's been there for like 7 years now.
Okay, so in Tibet, I can say,
no. So can I finish my explanation?
All right, okay.
Because it's very important you understand. And sanitation matter is a shared responsibility. At the end of the day, AMA, the general public will also have to do their part. So it's an opportunity for us to educate. Sometimes ubeko certain areas they don't even know the contractor na ewo no. He hasn't come to register them not on service or until ubehu obi North Kita aboboya ono na or service those areas na ewo no. So these are some of the things that happen. For instance, throughout Ayawaso West, the company there or friend Zoom Domestic who call official town, that's Ablekumanov, Odoko area, Asadu na Ewoho, Ubras from Usu, Ringway Estates area, Jakura, and I can mention all the companies what they are doing. Now the companies also have a responsibility, and we have to make sure say yes we are boa companies, no, and by law, every household and say you register with a company, na EBEFA. A lot of the waste that you see, and so some of them by the roadsides, no, is from the household. Nanipa, EFRA, the waste, na the abesi by the roadside, no. We continue to prosecute them all the time. Just even yesterday, we are in court with a certain prosecution all the time. We are stepping up, and we need to do more. That I must admit that we need to do more so that we need to do more so that the people in Accra, in terms of who generate waste, because by law you should even have a container fear not waste and but we need to do more. That's the point. I must admit that we need to do more.
So Mayor, so okay, say we need to do more. Why are not doing that more?
We are doing more because we are doing our best because we have our own challenges. But you see, in every community, in every city, in every society, the orientation of the people not omuonwa and so ebwa. Now, you can household waste, then you come to street cleansing. Some of the, by the roads, such like principal road streets, for instance, on the La Paz N1 highway, Odoko, that's the Buzia highway, J. Kufuor highway, Independence Avenue. These are very, very important streets. That one is being handled by Zoom Lion. Sometimes Omopra. Omopra sometimes, for instance, Omwa hippie, Bola no kakra eguo. Omo hippie egua, ebia omo delay kakra no ombebe fa before you could say jaka na nipa from fie. Because those Omopra, they have a point where they gather so that Omo track no baba befa. And it appears over the period, because Omo gather before the track ne beba ebia within the time of 1 hour 30 minutes and now 2 hours before track the household nipa no muti ono omusu omudi omobala no so ebeka wo before you could say jack now the ball no hippie kakra. These are things that we don't think that it should happen at all.
See, because you monitor.
Monitoring is important.
But nipa no befa the ball na fini fie no. Ode ba no be nante no aba.
Sure.
Ye ni obia obehwese obi the ball ebegu ense se odi begu ho.
It is practically impossible for you to have AMA abaye and policeman.
It is practically possible because elsewhere there were monitoring systems ewo ho. Wo ye hwe ye betimi achew and know say in the modern cities ene. Ukotwa kwan mu kra na ukofa crossing kra wa nkofa crossing na ye je walk na police nyina ho nso so wotwa mu apɛ no wobehu say
in other words you are telling me say in every city there's a monitoring mechanism now police oriented. It is not true. Now let me share this.
The mechanism say as I guess it means that you can say you been the cleaning now.
So let me drive
it's a battle you lose that.
No.
2 years
as a citizen because in every city and our management of a country the citizens awareness and also a bois.
We have done that.
Because
Mayor, no. There's no citizen of Ghana. Don't say a fee.
No, but I'm saying awareness. Awareness na make come. Ebia ewo community uchi ya ukoichi ya na minni ho. Me bi hanni ho. Na police beer in your. But you have a neighbor. Not all who say, I didn't know who you know. The neighbor should take it up. The neighbor should report it. That is how you manage a city.
So the question is, then na baby the omatimi ayama neighbors no etimi pick omutimi yes ade no. Na ye de yentumi enye ade no. Ede entete na ede amayen. So ede orientation ede amayen. Ede awareness na create ewo yemu a ye de yentumi enye so baby de omutumi ye.
I must admit, sir, the feedback enya every people of Accra, it's encouraging. Say, there's a constant. I get letters from individuals that I don't know them. You know, writing to me, notify me about a problem this way, this way. That is the kind of things. If you don't respond, you know, and the letter goes higher, ABR to the region and now minister to draw your attention now. It's an indictment also on you. So certainly you are supposed to take action. That is the kind of things I would do. You get feedback also from the media all the time. And I know a point na nipanusu omusu omuka say ahase na omusu omu yesi. You have gotten a lot of areas now, even individuals na more community or na omusu omu organize omu na omu be or clean. These are some of the things that but let me come back
into the increases are there no.
Of course.
So I was say yeah, assembly no responsibility say. Kwanya ba come fast we bitiminya reports in here. Into me ma outlets no nurse. Massive campaign.
Sure.
But yes, I don't know.
Oh, but this is one of the opportunities. I'm always on radio and TV having a discussion.
Me kasa about deeper mbefrewa kan kire wo no so that for example meti hoi nke bia metimi hu say oh me wo number bi maybe kura ye to free. As me hu say ball bi gu ba bi a me frɛ. Ana bi kura mpa WhatsApp platform bi wo ho. Me hu a metwa na me dey send na ma kire bi kura me hu no. Nanka yenya sa rapid response.
Okay.
And I make say yenya is hard no.
But he can't say so because tell me you don't know.
Yeah, me okay. So me nima. I just have many viewers na de bia me kasa kire wo no. Bebre so nim.
When you pay attention, because the point is that last year we advertised 2 telephone numbers and purposely for WhatsApp. We say that wherever you see just take a shot, send it to that WhatsApp platform, WhatsApp MI, and then just tell us the location for a rapid response. Yes, we got 2 compaction trucks on standby to do those things. And Bola Taxi, 10. 80 rapid response team for those things. Because, and yes, we gave out the numbers and then we went to sleep. We got 2 compaction trucks, 10 motorcycles, and people to go and be doing this kind of things. Sometimes challenging the send information, then they want to call. Then people want to call. Then you have to tell the person, just take a shot and then send it to you because you want to know. Because we don't want to say or be afraid.
It's available.
It's available.
It's available. Maybe we can even put it.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And then we continue to use our social media platforms to reach out to as many people as possible. Our WhatsApp, our Instagram, our Twitter, and all these platforms, we use it to do that. First of all, and I mean, can say, yes, we haven't said, sir, in Kran is the cleanest at the moment. Have we made significant progress?
But still, and progress within the committee of cities, Omuba, Accra, and we are nowhere.
Well, I can tell you that in Accra, we are also better off than a lot of cities in West Africa. So it can be.
We can understand that in West Africa.
Well,
cities I mean, you know more time than you war, you this year I call you Sika, you war,
talking about
any of those things. I mean, we shouldn't be doing this
talking
West
about
Africa.
Soul, you are talking about
yes, of course, soul.
That's why we should be aiming at that, and that's what the president is asking us to aim at. So, may catch you say, at the moment, transfer station a transfer station a Juma Sisia. In fact, as I speak to you now, a private company, Zimlion, is also doing another recycling compost plant, a very huge one that receiving over 400 tons of waste daily. And if that about a Juma in Crown, in terms of the central business district, the waste that is generated there will not go anywhere and all will go their place. Because one of the biggest challenge that we were confronted with when we took office is the fact, say Ufa Bola, you have to travel very far. The shortest distance is Pung to go and dump and come back. And at that time, too, not Pung landfill site in Korea. 24 hours. They work only during the day. So your truck have to go through traffic, and so the truck cannot even go twice. Na eba. Sesia ye de omo ye adwuma na omo what say omo ye 24 hours, so that we could also work in the night. Na be ye adwuma no ba. Now with the transfer stations na that will curtail long distance, long distance travel now, because that's how you manage your waste. Because one you say, sir, abobo ya for no omodid. How could the abobo ya go that far? They drive on the motorway and then omo call motorway nuswa. Then omo Daniel and this are the
when the interventions are more.
You should be prepared to listen to the interventions. Okay. Because you dwell a lot on
interventions because in spite of the interventions, no, you move in my dream say, I say, you slow and then you mayor and nay may can't say as or mine. You name sanitation, you name say ye feedback, a dear de bebre. Egu ani ase de yare beba sane mani nyina na wo hwe se de yesi konya ya yemu binum ye concern no ba me pese me hwa me wo hwa de bi ne address sade because me ye hwe ye marketplaces no so pictures no ho a ye nyi nkyere babusan for ye di nkomo fa enkran ho na ye ne Accra Mayor ne wa ha modern omobo niema omoye ne de wosusu mu hu nyina no sa bibi wo ho a obetumi e de asane ba ye gudwumadie so we ma na de number bi atudwa na ya sremo sa problem na o kan no me ne na nyi hu chim ye yankasa kra ye obi to da wo de WhatsApp number to ho na kasa manfo nsen ne bibi mra na omo frɛ so na ye sa na ye kra ya discourage nti ade no kra na ye jaye. Yes, Anna, Modiako AMA horses are Muntimi and pick messages are also picking. And the area drew more, Nami Mr. Berry 70, baby any partner, Kofa car, Echo D Jack, Bola, Wohone, Gata, war, say. So let's look at the pictures now. Mayor, bear comment or Honami Mr. question, Pessim Bisano. Okay, so Mayor, where baby nipa ye faka no bi no. And I'm told say where La Paz, where nyana jo entino.
Where Dansuman.
As where Dansuman. Okay. Entino pacho where last year where nra. So it's as recent as we no. Okay. So we na places I wo. Enti Mayor we no yeah, it was like,
well, now,
but and your own quiet, no, and any power would do it, no. Would they way back for now? Would they win baby? We your yachiche crano cry yachiche into sub metros, sub metros, and sub you nipa or a cratchy phone in a more Timu.
Well, at the moment, we share one sell na. Even Tessan or La Paz is under a new municipality now called Okankwe North Municipal Assembly.
Yeah.
Dansuma Hoinya is also under a new municipality called Ablekuma West Municipal Assembly with their own chief executive and more assembly. Odoko official town Onaye Ablekuma North Municipal Assembly with their own setup.
May I wash you? And then that picture we were
me sure.
Okay.
You know, and I make sure. Inti ninya they are all kaboom and jumano. either to na first na ninya echeyas but sisia that assemblies no.
Okay, Mr. I mean this table where you kakra. Picture na ba sisia no agbubloshi ho. Bola no gu ho. Enipa ton ade wo ho. Enima na omo ton no ya ade a yedi.
Yeah.
Enti no shouldn't say ye ade be say ye gina so no ye say ade we etimi kunipa. Yes serious to say galamsey no.
Yes.
Yes serious to say Ebola.
Yes.
But your attitude cool. I mean, nipa negative no. I'm cool, relaxed, peacefully, enjoying the environment.
Well, I'm happy.
But this is death.
I'm happy you're talking about attitude now. Either to the say sanitation or somewhere. You can't AMA because you are the city authority. But it's important for us also to rope in the citizenry, our general attitude.
And I just want to state that to you. Now, my orientation say the attitude of the citizen. Because my dream say there is no attitude that state into me in control. No attitude.
Yes.
Unless maybe the state in your not so obey.
Yes.
And for me, clearly, me feel say state no you prepared. Otherwise, I do in Kansas say about 2019.
Okay. So yeah, can want and let us discussion let it flow more. So that one of the problematic areas that we also note is about abolition, and it's the number of people now more one of the challenge we are supporting Zoom Lion to build the recycle plant in Ewohonwa because this we came to inherit, and I'm telling you the steps that we are taking to address it, and it's very important because we keep going back, but we have to know. The question is that, are we sleeping or we are working towards addressing it? I think that's where the discussion should so that we who say, because at the moment, you know, say that whole area with a population of about 2 million in Accra Central alone, you know, a population of about 2 million, if you don't have a proper receiving point for the waste, it becomes very challenging. And this is infrastructure. It takes a bit of time for us to build it. It is a bit of time to support the private sector also to do it. And that is exactly what we are doing now. So the issue is that, are we supporting the private sector? Are we also making the necessary interventions to be able to address it?
So who moves, no? But I make us say, where nipa na ote ho na de na oye no ebe ka nipa ne nkwa.
Yes.
Ebetimi kura kuno. For how long now you betina ho ama ye sa infrastructure na take time na answer no. Nipa no so no ya ade no. Nipa no todi. Ye be wie no na ebia obi ayare, obi awu because of that.
If you oversimplify.
And man bi wo ho a ye ntimi nka se da bi ye nye te say ye kan say ye kun galamsey ntokwa no. Ye kan all the earthly reasons in here was say galamsey no ejai. If he say ye say nsuo no, if he say ye the chemicals ewura system no nti ye hia say ade no ye ja no brum. So me question me bisa na say nti no da bi ye ya ade no ye si ade no nwie but mo amoton tomatoes ne momoy ne ade wo nchen na awansan na kwakodi eka tankan na ba di no de awe ye ntimi nya sa.
You are right. And no make a show so a place like Agbubloshi, Minister for Sanitation, or the Misu Akko, Eko Crep would say, hold the end. Maybe a omoton at dear qua na marketing the way that market do the war. You know, that whole area is a marshy area a year. Maybe a now that's the nature of the place. But having seen some of these things now for all these years, yaba And we are providing the necessary intervention to deal with it. And that is the point I want you to get it. Because what you are talking about,
Mayor,
it is not 2019.
Yes.
It is not just started.
Yes.
But
Mayor, the problem is that
how do you deal with
2016.
Exactly.
Nasa me sign be 2019.
Sure.
Me are worried.
Of course.
If you say my dream, I say is business as usual.
Of course.
Notwithstanding, say me who and I'm not saying this. Say me who, for example, me nam legonani me hua. Me who say prisoners or hua omu prapra.
Why are you not talking about that one?
And then American wants to say. Me who
because you want us to continue to dwell on the problems since we started the discussion. And I'm giving you even one very important intervention. You still do not want to talk about it.
And I'm saying who say the idea na me who 10 years ago no. And that's so na me worry no one.
Of course, and that's so because the solution to a problem na ewo no and no na me ma wo say o. Ofa ball at sia. Wo the ball no be ko. Now the population of Accra is growing. So what you needed to do is to make sure say ball na edi ball lo be ko no. So that a fabula no na ediko and the infrastructure no it takes a bit of time, but we are doing the work now. And you can go and visit the place because say all the pictures no na a mindful. Now you are not showing the interventions now. It shows that we are also sleeping. But I just want to tell you that we've made significant progress in the fight against sanitation. We believe that we have not gotten there yet, not at all. But we have
begun. Make us a marshal say
exactly.
To study now,
exactly. Exactly.
So,
but you trust you in such a way that we have a clear vision. We've been given a clear target that we are supposed to meet, and we are working towards it. Because ABR, first, not a business as usual. But today, it cannot be business as usual. Look, we have our own challenges as a city authority. One of our biggest challenge is even say
still I Brofuno Yados.
Equip the necessary equipment now a war to be able to deal with all the issues presently. You know, we don't have
because the because equipment
there is scarce.
Is that the suggestion?
Well, we don't have enough resources. You better all the necessary equipment, you know. Until sometimes now, it is not. I'm not excited now. Bola ewo baby mechipa ewonkra in the night, during the day mechipa ewonkra to be able to draw in people's attention as to what we should be doing and all kinds of things. Until if we don't step back, now you the challenge na ewo and what we are doing to address it, to get the necessary support, and they be hard doing. And I mean, share will say, even in spite of challenges now, we are taking bold steps to address some of these issues. Look, me feel at Dom Clinic area, top area, honor me feel. I used to pass here all the time. I know how this route looks like, you know, years back. I know how it used to be business as usual. At this time, it cannot be business as usual. Obi ehun be bit kakra, even a small waste. Look, yes, I see no. Sa waste na o church no. Yes, I see no na obi hu na oya na be ka che say some of your own people will tell you, we say we dey enye baller. We a baller kitwa. They said enye baller kitwa. Because they used to see big waste. Maybe here, over 40 heaps of refuse. 40 mountains of refuse in Accra. Today we are not showing the mountains of refuse. We are showing these heaps of small refuse. We will deal with that one too. Because the first thing that we decided to do was to clear that site. That it is not good for you to drive through ABR Legon, to say Uba Legon, not Uponglu, Ufa Legon bar, no Ponglu, now Ponglu, a heap mountain of refuse.
Oponglu?
Yes,
where exactly? Because me quite know.
Because who says, yeah.
She said, men kai papa.
Flower, Omoton flowers, was yeah. Because we cleared it. That side used to belong to the Ministry, University of Ghana. Into your clear site, you know, and a true mom so they should protect their property, else we'll take them on. They started fencing, then ton flowers, and we are encouraging the people now ton flowers. Who call Malam? Malam now over 20 years. Refuse na ewo. We have carpet. Ewo. Who call Shiabu sa. But we have 3 other areas now we have not been able to clear. For instance, Abublushi, I see this a chiwon. Na omoye scraps ni ewo. The heap of refuse ni ewo. We are talking about how to make sure that you be kapun. But yen pese yen kapun okay. Yen kapun na ye green be so
na ehono nane bibi. Okay. Ye beba we say but the man for air can be what say then we come back to ye beba yen gutters no so. Sure. We still have open drains there be a can ho asem. Benjamin Asari Mensa says that good morning. I'm Tagore from Tantra Hill. Please, just tell the mayor to do something about La Paz and Agbobloshi. Randy says that we as Ghanaians are not disciplined. All we do is blaming government. Now, Festus Dancel says, are they in market or outside the market? And why are they so comfortably seated beside the filth? Well, exactly the question that may be son. Randy says that they will go and remove the people from the area. And we, the same Ghanaians who blame government, that is what they do to feed their families. So how do they expect them to feed? And that is, okay. What's something be why I know and I'm unable to repeat. And also, I said back one maybe sir. Ye kwa na ye fa so na nkrofo agi aboso a obi aba na wa ya attempt so obeye na asanya akoto baby no. My question is can this pure water dealers do a cleanup every day, because 80% of the mess is made up of their products? Well, minim says there, but okay, so Alex Koba said that TK, that's why I told you to blame the citizens and not government. All right. So you trust that you blame citizens, no? So we are before. Alpha says exactly the attitude of the citizens. We trust the mayor would deliver for AMA. Nana Lloyd. And then Randy says that, Mr. Mayor, the solution is simple. We should just clear everyone from Accra and restructure it. Simple. Okay, including Randy. Clear you out. Then Kwabna Akutujan says that, oh, so please, what is AMA doing about the AMA workers who do not get their pay slip? Oh, sir. Now, we can't pay slip as a Mayor.
I don't know about that.
Okay, the mayor says that he doesn't.
To the best of my
knowledge.
So
if you can come clear.
To the best of my knowledge, by the time called Christmas, every worker has been paid.
Okay.
So now, if there are government issues, sometimes AMU. If there are to say AMA office there war Amasama,
yeah. And AMA office there Okumasa. No. Picture now is see a person is alcohol beam.
Yes.
And I don't have the best start the discussion we say. Your drains.
Yes.
Needless to say, a filthy, choked, na a bonso. And Yaka and Sabri me person me address so as not yes we mayor Kwambas as development practitioner. Say my open drains name why and say currently said the city then
so what do you find in the drains? Your plastics.
Oh yeah, plastics and nima and ensure
yes
a bon.
No, but ensure bon.
Oh, it's one bon.
No, but
I'm saying
sir, ensure they say it move. And say so can say no problem.
No, but this one I black sana I
It is because just understand this. Tiki. It is because the plastics no ekuma and no na emma so no
enko na bon.
Inti let's concentrate on what causes it and yet so no. It is the plastics that causes the stagnation. Na emma ade no enko. So you understand?
But me ntia person won me beja adwese nsuo no mon.
No, I haven't said so.
So maybe description of you know
no, we'll see. Okay,
let's move on. Plastic and other objects and then a bomb.
Look, I'm an Accra person, and if by the grace of God, the people of Accra, the president, Amami Tumi say, yeah, Juma Emma Accra, I'll work tirelessly to make sure say may achieve the best that I could do. And I'm saying this in all humility and with the greatest of respect. Emma Obia. I'm also a citizen of Accra. My name Accra. And what I'm name. So I work tirelessly towards some of these things. I will not sit here and also shy away from areas not end yet. There are areas not end yet. One of the areas you keep showing is Abubluji. But there are many areas that we have tidied up the place. And I think, sir, in all fairness to the people of Accra and to us, say, yeba, yenda, but ye juma. You also have to show, can I finish? You also have to show some of these things. But it's important. Good news doesn't sell, it's bad news. So let's focus on this one.
I don't know support I no. Say why you here? I so okay. That is the support I
mentisa say I feel matisa.
They make her say, baby, I why no. Sabi no. Me no why should that be a bother to me? I will praise you for that. Yes.
You having that since we started this conversation.
No. Say me catch her say and then nam legona me who say the prisoners have been kwan ho a omo e clean wo what is me can say no.
But there are many things
and no plus
now in terms of plastics no ma
gata no mo
gata nipa enum pure water then it throws the empty sachet. It is practically impossible to police everyone in many cities, even in African cities. Now, you don't see these things, sir. They don't sell plastics there. They don't drink sachet water.
I didn't see.
But we in Accra, because we have introduced sachet water, and no because may studies be, and I'm sure, sir. Why is it that I've gone to some African cities, and I mean, and some of these open drains, but you don't see plastics, even on the roadside. And you say, almost because yes, we are pra. Yes, we are clear. But because they don't take sachet, they drink water from pipe and plastic pet bottles. Now, that is what the issue. So sometimes there are certain products that we have also introduced into the system. Today, in Europe and everywhere, we are moving towards, per se, stop with the use of plastics. Today, as I speak to you now, by 2050, the number of plastics, that's the sea, is going to be more than the number of fish. So plastic is becoming a global challenge. And it is not only in Accra, but all over the world. And that is why you're young Ejuma.
Okay, and engage you. And I'm not addressing you as AMA mayor now.
You can, I'm here.
Say, citizen, development practitioner.
Yeah.
Those countries now okay na omo use plastics on no. How omo and I say eboa omo. So eboa omo, the question is that yen as of mine. Ntina make me person obeji say wo person na me address. We are addressing yen as of mine. I didn't na yen fasa akwa bi no.
I'm starting a conversation.
Who started conversation?
Exactly. And that conversation is what say I want also you also to pick it up. For us to think about it. Because it should be a national issue. Because I can't on my own say I'm banning something. I don't have that power. But it should be a national issue. Now, young kind. Because people have different school of thoughts. They will say, it doesn't work, but it works in several. Because people also think that okay, now what are we going to use now? So there are people who are also asking a lot of questions. But I want us to think about that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm sharing with you. Really?
When you man say, oh, say to say the prayer no munsio. Okay. Now say this no more no munsio no.
Okay. What bizarre question or trim me bomb me the country. Me can say we a national a mine assam. And from where now meeting no may start a national debate on plastics and how we should, as a country, now yebeye ehun ejuma. Because me nihu etumi na betimi abani some of these things if I have my way.
Okay, me pese ho no o wire ni na o chire mama mfo te ase. Te ase bi ni say assemblies no ye ma omotumi say omonye bylaws. Omode eye nhihye betimi ama omokro no atumpon. Enti no de o wo chire ni say sa to me say ubeka say Accra metropolis no ye de ye admit ye makwan me ye mfa sa plastic no ngu ho no unni sa to me no
you see
you know assembly no ntimi nye bibi sa
to the best of my knowledge you don't have that because you don't have that authority and power because your bylaws no law kitua your national laws nti national law e mining mranu emfa law kitua no enkwa law kitua no ntimi nye adwuma nti these are some of the things because you see in Accra you have a whole drains cleansing unit na nipa omo correct na omo yi gotam ye obisa ho we ye kitua ho my memo 2 drains Accra. One London Market. One Castle HU. All these things are say a year it moves and I cut that storm drain to go into Epono. London Market no na Kole Lagoon. Na Castle one na Ebeko Impono. Se Castle one a babak. London one so a babak. If for 2 days we have team ewoho, if for 2 days that the team no enye juma, if your TV crew goes there, you will see you have it stand by na omu ye juma almost every day. Sometimes na ebia omu ye juma 2 days, 1 day, then you go back and you see those things over there. They are all plastics now worship from these small drains. Sometimes free uphill through Nebeba because Accra is a low-lying area. Now got an every baby it comes back to Accra. Either it goes into the Kole Lagoon to before Ebeko into Imponuma and now Ebeko Imponu straight. That's the way Accra is. So it was downtown. Sahana, that's why you see some of these things but uko up Ewonkra, you will not see some of these things and say exactly. We receive those things Ewonkra. So and that's why we have drains maintenance unit na amuye omwejumano. I might say omwejumano so no omuye no the number and equipments no omuwo it's not entiminboa the amount of waste na airbag so every one. But that is not the solution. The solution is that the use of we as a nation and saying thinking carefully about plastics and how it's done. Because there's nowhere in the world now look, if you walk about, even in the city, in Bristol or London, and now walk about
London,
Bristol, and now maybe some parts of even New York and some parts of that. Where you see plastics, you will see plastics. No matter, no city, no you see planet. And I'm mentioning even big cities, even in some parts of New York. Walk about in Bronx. Just walk about in Bronx. Because of some of these plastics.
May resist temptation be to say anything about Bronx. We are not might be natural.
Yo, Mati.
Messages now about about attitude.
Okay.
The per se addresses are there. Nana Kojo says that Ghanaians need to think smart and support ourselves. Please remember there is this guy recycling plastics to make tiles. Please, how best is the government going to support him? So all these plastic things will be off from the street.
Oh yeah.
Or recycle.
Yes.
Or the tiles.
No, the plastics.
So it means that plastic no
let me share it with you before you go ahead. Me, before now me chief executive. Me use PET bottles, plastics. Now me the development practitioner. Now me the fish cages.
Okay.
Your fish farm.
Okay.
Now me fish cages. Me before me chief executive. Now me the containers. Eko hotels. Big. I don't want you to mention hotels.
Eko plastics.
Me carry it in my pickup. Then I send it to a soldier man, the water lake, and now fish farm.
Okay.
Yes.
So the actually says say
but the problem is that
you best short of plastics in
I'm saying
yes, sir.
Exactly. But
okay.
the problem is that and that's where we come to attitude. Even with the container I could see, even at a hotel, now see for plastics in go happen. And now the rest are now unfa. By the time
nobody be afraid. Okay. So yeah, better attitude no so. This one says that it says it's lustrous. Philus says the AMA is doing a great job, but we the citizens are not helping. Marvin Opoku says that good morning, watching you live from Manso Dausaso. Please check Kaneshi Eric Ofori. Solo says that the officers in charge are always in their offices and do not go out to see what the problems are. And Nana Kwame says that TK, I employ the parents to be educated, not to reschool their kids. When they get home, imagine a child goes to school and the teacher tells them not to throw things in the gutter, only to get home and the parents send them to go dump the things in the gutter. Okay, when it's raining. How can you say you won't go? Like you hear bobole bobo. Okay. Market women have to be schooled well on these things. Their best is to control the debt. Okay, fine. A simple care. Okay, sorry. A simple cane every human being in Accra every morning. So they have cane. No, he says because they have no brains. Yes, we are harsh. We traba. We said we be now if one kutaba. Tax force for kutaba.
I'm sure that ex-president Rawlings is even encouraging. So people should be disciplined.
Disciplined. Men so me just are disciplined. The except say be a cane no na me but.
So what kind of discipline are you looking?
Brass Samir says that this fine gentleman we have as our mayor is doing extremely well. We the citizens should also try to do our part in making sure that this country gains the status that we are all praying for. Randy Muller says that in the UK we do recycle every single thing, including our leftover food, and you will even feel ashamed to put something on the floor. Please, UTV, no more. Okay, DSTV. The issue of sanitation lies in our mindset as Ghanaians. Keep your household neat, and Accra will also be neat. Okay. This one says that I pray for more blessings and strength for the mayor. He's working. Let's support him. Adjei Sowa will succeed. Accra is working. Mayor, treat offenders with hard gloves. The softy approach is not helping. Okay, my people are so stubborn. All right, so attitude. Anyone be brave or what? Yeah, can you say attitude? Me so me imagine about attitude. And then I was yes,
look, to tackle issues of sanitation, there are three fundamental issues. One is to provide the infrastructure and equipment to support the job. Number two, enforcement. And then number three is about our attitude. So we can infrastructure. Our infrastructure is not adequate enough. Na ebetimi ebwa.
Say niema na ACC no. Say baby ebedi ball abugu no nkwa ntimi mwa say ebe yi free na free o.
Nti no me kase presently kla ye equipment na ewo and infrastructure na ewo kla.
And also sir.
And that is why we are making our effort to find a permanent solution. Solution na ebibwa. That's why we are focusing on providing such infrastructure at the baby. Because the president is talking about it should not be, say, by 2020, back, say, let's take our time and do it very well. Number two is about enforcement. Enforcement, look, every week, I lead a team to an area once in a week. We don't announce to an area, and then just 2 weeks ago, now we were Ringway Estates. Yeah, issue summons. Omo court is here. Nipa kese omo frame is here.
Omo penifo. Omo frame say dey.
Omo pacho.
And I also can say.
Mentio because.
Maybe omo frame mpusu.
Training, but what's it then?
Ticket.
Training
Kodia.
No,
answer empusu omo. Like omo can I say, hey, where the penipa na frame you? Oh, honorable, be cry wow. What did they share political belief and as religious belief?
I was saying maybe now.
And I'm what tennis or baby.
The point is that President cancer into who the party now the be yes me who the party now who the na bibiasiwa na mintiwa. Then you are just telling me say you don't believe in what the president said. Yes, you are supposed to do the things. Just last week, you were colleague no any manprobe important. We go there like that, and we will mobilize about 50 of our sama and we deploy them, and I will lead the charge. We'll go there.
So sama for no ho. I said I kasa sama and ho.
Sama for. And I'm still say every now and then we report, and sometimes there was sanitation court ewa bekan sanitation court bakusu ewo latebiokoshi. Sanitation court bakusu ewo labadi. Me baya court baku ewo ajaben ebe refurbishing eye ho na mumboa sanitation. Inti sanitation the assembly kwa and you report it. But every day papers museo you are doing your
I didn't know yes said the because punishment botai ba ko we che no ye deterrence say ebema obi nso so nkoye
of course.
So I didn't know yanka ema manfo hu say hey na no ye the prince ko and I the ni Adjei Sowa ko ntino we are also say do be ko ye bia ya bone kase ana bi say adan na ye no more
yeah pa but
me say ye no more
and one my akwan and I kasa wasem. It's also an opportunity now you can wasem. And I could see sir, in all honesty, that you are very passionate about this subject matter.
Very passionate, unfortunately.
I've met a lot of hosts, not ye can wasema. They give you not ye can like it's a normal discussion. But I could see say you are very passionate about it.
Unfortunately,
before me come 2 o'clock, I was working 3.
Man can't
work at 4. Now we go ahead. No. It's part of the discussion.
And no. Me say, sir, me discussing me no me really
exactly. I want you to become an ambassador on this sanitation matter. Se bibi na nye enya kache after this program. Bibi su, and I'm ready anytime to come and support this particular media outlet.
Na yembie nto nya menkwa nipa bebre omo so ye
of course I'm talking to you.
Media na but so on this call my member say where WhatsApp lines for reporting dumping of waste illegally Accra Metropolitan Assembly metumi aka member numbers no monchon to ho we say nyina na yete ha na ye ka ene metiwe ya me de gu mayor so munti na me yesa se be o man be ye fentia nti mo so mo meboa bi na ye nyina ye nka ho asem numbers no ye de beto screen so ana say that so dada mpa ye 020 246 number no so kra de 4444 020 246 4444 and answer 020 246 4414 020 246 4414 or see freso into utwa now I send it and then so bet me now do bro kakra and answer three o say gan now I throw was here eye chain the mo trefre na I miss you no we ye person man ye my other now
and then Friday
enti no momfa na momfa nko utwa na waye ubeti I think so bet my voice note mbo mo give voice note
exactly.
Now they are home because say do 2 years na say Accra nye clean say dey kana say munim say mu bi mu ha ye be kom papa nti mu amo so mo say mo ne mayor mo agrees an attitude no mo so mo wabi na ye once again number is 020246 4444 020246 4414 na mode aba. Meantime, happy birthday to you, Naomi Tete of Ghana Immigration Services headquarters. Naomi, yes, your birthday. Okay, this is from Sister Majwa to you, Naomi Tete of Ghana Immigration Services. So for your name, Mayor na twetwe nkomo ya twetwe ba beduru ha say. Alpha say, Mayor, you can generate your own income. Or be yes suggestion. Say some was na ni man be ho money scam no beto. Or some bit may generate more income. You have all the opportunity to make money in Accra and stop relying only on government funds. That is what is being practiced in London and it has become very, very successful.
Let me share this with you. But it cannot be possible that we rely on government funds. The district assembly common fund na yediba mayor. They can't take care of even our 1 month salary.
Because modos no do. Modos no do.
You can was him.
Mr. Modos no do.
So we don't rely. I want to clear that point that it is incorrect, and yet correct say AMB. They rely on government funds to do the work now. It cannot be.
Or solely.
No, that's what I'm saying. Sir. Okay. It can't even take care of even 1 month salary, let alone even other activities. Look, fuel on sanitation alone, fuel on sanitation for a week. For a week, it's more than 100,000 Ghana cedis.
100,000. Can it 1 billion?
Yes.
But so we bet also we TSS can.
You see, I'm happy we are talking also about some of this. Last year, as at December, we are still call rounds. Now you say untua property with untua. Call rounds. Now you back close to business shop because untua or business operating permit. And yet you are demanding services. In London, where is coming from? In London, where is coming from?
My office, I bet you so pain.
No, because why should we reach that point?
Because over the years, no blame no yada.
Yada. Oh, okay.
And he say sorry. Say was say a year vigorous. Property rates are what can once and say yada also.
Exactly. Exactly. So because that's the point. Because you see, all demanding for services, and yet you don't want to pay for it. That is the problem in Suna. Because for AMA now, you say a Juma pa. Oko markets is here. Market to ben. Omuntiaka. Even market to 1 Ghana cedis almost 1% omuntia. Upese omuntia shops na omwomla AMA shops na rent ABA 30 Ghana cedis and 40 Ghana cedis a month for shop na ewo mokola pese omuntia. We are then they organize themselves. So these are some of the things that we go through, but we're forcing ourselves through because without that, we will not be able. Okay, me kase as na ye demand ye see ye me enye na adwuma no. Usu ye wafa sell wo efie a betia u property rate tua. Wo ye adwuma o business operating permit. You see, ubetua. Because me beti manyaska, a benjaska every sa property rate, business operating permit, tolls, and now building permit, and now other fines and fees now more and nuna yedi Accra in crown.
Muntime ma a payment system no enye ebia enye enye more modern friendly. And they are ultimate now them now send this scanning I don't know. Muntime nye app bisa so the beya ubi and sorry and answer tax force for them because some more the fuel neighbor. And sometimes some more office back come here for. And no money now sorry about beji my office or just says about 500 or 700 or something. And no more beji no. You muntime nye app bisa. Well, and I means be a bit me a man payment na easier.
At the moment, one of the major banks in Crown. We are almost through with some of these things. In fact, I want to believe, sir, being smart is the best way to go because I say being smarter, I use technology today. Ubikrana on Timmy and kind idea or to me WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Now WhatsApp or the
voice note.
Now only communicating. So we cannot lag behind in some of these things. I say, young Juma. Your website was here, and our website and our social media handles are after the president's year. I want to believe, sir, interaction and engagement with the general public now. And no, and we are far ahead any other institutions. Because we are engaging the general public, on this. And I provided a lot of information to a war. So gradually we'll get there as we complete now arrangement with that big bank now Now bank and banks now ammonia problem.
Oh, of course,
I just want to state before now
so it be a back Accra no be today them when Triampa text message and maybe said the registrar general or one account say won't file returns.
Exactly.
At that mobile. In
fact, some of the problems now, Clark, ABI, a damn way. It's a property. Who owns the property? And CSO is we should be able to update our data very frequently. The last time, property revaluation, it was about 12 years ago. But policy you say we should review it every 5 years because we should in Crown properties nuclear we ABIA 2 years ago a done one until ubesisana until as I speak to you last year revalue all the properties one Crown and now we are working towards just to make sure your data no more accurate so that nipanu no more. But in Crown, some of the problems now is because now obia and pese on information about who owns the property. So hard drink a crowd.
Okay. Miankasa Robert Kuma says the mayor is doing his best, and I've worked with him closely. Okay, and I was with Zoom Lion, but the major problem is our bad attitude. Okay, still people talking about attitude. I led public education in Accra for Zoom Lion for years, but people are just recalcitrant. Okay, it says that the mayor has passion for sanitation. Okay, I also share that passion. And I say that person, he knows it. This any problem here recalcitrant, you be your modern because we'll be as a recalcitrant. TK, the mayor mentioned infrastructure as a means to deal with littering. But in his explanation, he didn't mention recycling firms as part of the infrastructure. Okay. Could you please find out from him if we have adequate recycling firms in the region to deal with the huge garbage burden facing the country? So no, they are private firms, right?
Yeah, we don't have. But Nuna Bakunun na Zoom Lion SC Ewo Nkrano Ebemwa. Or Bakunsu Ewo Ajin Kutuku. That takes about treat about 200 tons of waste. But let me see this, that in Accra, the whole Ghana waste now generates about 17,000 tons.
17,000 tons.
The whole Ghana.
Okay.
Greater Accra generates 7,000 tons. And in Accra, AMA generates over 3,000 tons. So problems about sanitation, about waste in and that is why that president has said, one problem we should tackle it from Accra. Once we are able to deal with the issues in Accra, then it will be much easier for us to deal with the other issues. The president was a visionary, now son. And now Sisi with a lot of infrastructure to be able to deal with the matter now. But in terms of attitude and so on, I want to believe, sir, more kasa ewo radio and so on. You should share it so that the general public
can be.
The general public know, because you see, AMA is always an easy target. Do you understand?
But no, you are the possible.
Exactly.
No, you are the obvious target. And you're easy, but the obvious target. You have been from where Adam from US. I don't think it's a bit American, but I'll say, Mayor, in the USA we believe in recycle because what the guy was saying was that you can generate some. Okay, all right. That's the import. Is it more advertising some of Nema be here to say be here you say was probably say will be as a private for more partnership with private.
Sure. In fact, the companies no more year into waste management almost more for more association from ESPA. And all the private companies no more bono into a more platform. And I assure them also occasionally to think about some of these things. I think both of us will need some support to inject capital to now establishing power to get more equipment, get more infrastructure. Sanitation, let me say, is a very expensive item.
Okay. Now my question. President said, or per se, or can I say the cleanest or one of the cleanest ever Africa.
Yes.
Time ben ye see and sister sad in the BC. Sabren ye bit me can say Accra na be the cleanest.
Let me say.
And I the atumsa.
Let me say. My main can say President Accra. Now, what have we done so far? And are we on course? And whether it's achievable or not? I believe, sir, from indications, Jumana yet so far, they believe, sir, we are on course on sanitation matters, trying to put infrastructure, because then the biggest problem now, any attitude also, at the moment in Accra, apart from Abia Agbogboshi, any Glefe, where you could see mountains of refuse, which of course we are working on it. There are over 40 mountains of refuse.
Okay.
We are coming into the small ones. It's a process, not a year that we should be able to get there. We are fortunate, sir, the president has given us a target. And yes, sir, wakakake. So we are also bearing in mind, sir, it's a target na di mayenwa it has a time frame. There's a time frame by the end of 2020. So we are also very mindful of the fact that we are working towards 2020. Towards to 2020. Because, and with this kind of discussions, it gives us an opportunity as well. Now, the amount for so you can't show where now you drew. And what we are also expecting from the general public, that all of us together, because a people say, oh, you need to say like a politics, a president had dream. But I'm happy to say, sir, it appears to me, say, a vision for this country. It should be a vision for this country. Across political divide, they are very much concerned about sanitation issues. Now, or the Unkasa, now a bit more suggestions. Say, you borrow ideas also from other areas. So for me, and like that's why I said that from the discussion that we are having, and you say a host, any me namabaha, but you are having a discussion with me, say you are very much interested in what sanitation matters. And
men fashion team said that Ben be a mess sorry. I feel be there. I can tell you, sir. Oh, okay.
I can tell you, sir.
Very brief.
2019.
2019.
Yes, 2019.
Okay.
Action year. Some of the decisions now you take care, especially in the area of enforcement. Yes, so you be pamocho na musumu tired.
Still, I want you question, no.
Me see 2019. Action.
Me see which of the years na action years. Me see that Ben amen sorry I make me akasa sorry afedie. Bola na adnija me hu se obi te kwanchan ya or turn tomatoes ne kapo.
We have given ourselves up to 2020.
We have given ourselves up to 2020. Inti 2020.
Yes, however, 2019 we should be able to say Juma to change the minds of people. Now when you say a GDN say 2020 is achievable. Okay. It's by the end of 2019. Now we have not been able. Now yenye Juma. Now ubenya sa a GDN. Even 2020 say yekra. Okay. That's why I said say 2019 is a more action year and will be more enforcement. Na ye pamucho na muso mun taichi because say baby na watch no ewa agbobloshi no a ubahu say o na waye ubahu same radio station and TV station they will go there and because bia I don't know whether it will be obisun or baby now they will talk about the things say they are not known. Let me give you one example. UTV your story be ewo Audome area ho say ya chichi lipa na Omo parking cars basa.
Okay.
And a UTV your story. Nipa 6 na kasaya. The second person now casa now report you. Or see or parking a car. And a call bush between the cemetery and Royal House. Now call be call bush man so before we call baby before no be bar na ya chika na de car and the reporter in its summary he wasn't condemning it rather focusing
because on what here
on the
what he says I don't know actual because what or a believer
this is Accra. This is Accra.
Accra won't provide easy access to public toilet.
Why? Where in the world, in any civilized city, now you have public toilet? I see.
Because we insist, baby.
I'm asking you a question. Where in the world, in any advanced and civilized city, not yet the public toilet?
Because you see shops in area, you need your shops. Say your office, you need your offices. You have fact toilet in room.
Inti.
You mo juma some shese. You need na.
Inti. Now number of public toilets na won kradokra. Does do. A couple of years in 2014. Now Accra was ranked as the 7th dirtiest city in the world. It is because of open defecation. Now, excuse me, yeah, Nick Bahat.
No, excuse me.
Anyway, that's why. Steps was taken by them through the previous government, and I just buy ya buapa. It was said today. Now ye can't once a month will not be able to talking about Accra being ranked at the 7th dirtiest. Since I haven't seen the latest ranking.
Okay, I'll look for it.
I haven't seen the latest ranking. But we are far better, and we have moved on. In fact, as at 2015, in Accra, because of anything, cholera, and they affected over 20,000 people. 200 people died in Accra. Today, from 2016, 2017, 2018, and we are in 2019, we have not recorded a single cholera case in Accra. And these are facts. In our public schools, in our public schools, now your toilet today, as of last year, over 23 public toilets in public schools, and in some of the schools, toilet even a changing room for the young girls. Now more GHS, now ABR, so they can go and change themselves and come back. So as for efforts in sanitation, in terms of providing the necessary infrastructure,
okay. Your time now, so my share ranking no. You say you were 9. It's not pleasant.
9.
Yeah, I mean the
which one? What's the?
Okay. So all right. Okay. I mean this is one of the websites.
Which website?
This is nigerquest.com. It's one of them. I'm not saying it's I cannot vouch for or more, but this is 2019 in Africa due to the large population, whatever. That's the preamble. Or Onitsha in Nigeria, dirtiest. Kaduna, Nigeria, dirtiest. Second dirtiest. Aba, Nigeria. Mohia, Nigeria.
I cannot be.
Then you come to Kampala, Owerri, Dakar, and then Accra is ranked 9th.
They cannot be.
Yes, Accra is 9th. Yes,
this is not credible.
Well, but
no, because you are talking about credible. But you have to quote. You have to quote from the UN.
No, but Sanaya is 7th. I mean, year 7. The year better than year 7th.
Oh, that's way back in 2014.
2014 is not that way back. I know.
No, because
so look,
let me tell you something. Even the previous government was bold enough. Now I'm close to the Lavender Hill because not first now. Yeah, the toilet in Ponomu, and they were compelled by court to close down. And even beyond that, in terms of toilet, not edukoa, the capacity not to treat toilet in Crown is more than the toilet now generating a Crown. Zoom Lion it treats over 2,000 cubic meters of fecal matter every day. Your Bakunsu Ewo Kolegono, it treats over 800 cubic meters of fecal matter every day. Bakun Ewo Legon, it treats over 500 cubic meters of your Bakunsu Ewo Dansuman. I'm giving you, and if you put all together and against the fecal matter, na generating Ewon Crown, we have excess capacity to deal with it. And that is a very significant,
step.
Exactly.
May you familiar with Kumasi KMA bylaws. Accra, I don't remember the last time I share it. The last time I came once, my lawyer from AMA Bama Hong Kong. But me kai said na me can't Kumasi the other back when my dream was from here. The bylaw that enjoins I share if you are for more than 1 things or painty within a period beer. Me say AMA bylaws no a womusa. Next time you share back and once let me
let me conclude by saying sir, one of the things that from the 3rd week of or the 44th week of this month. It's municipal
4th week.
Yes.
Of this month.
Of this month.
Which is next week.
Next week. Next week.
Right.
You know, assemblies na work in Krania. Ya kabum. And be assemblies without borders when it comes to sanitation matter. Inti say me hu efi ewo ebia achimota. I can't say ebia obeti me afre me na me di me tracks no ekokobua. You know, because Nkran is one and one of the issues there kwakofa that when you talk about Accra being cleaner and yet only baller asempe. Ushwe the way now posters any banners over. We are going to take steps to ban posters and banners in Accra.
Sub-ban will hold that. It's prohibited.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
so once you take those steps, and then you advertise it. Now, what can one say, then because poster there, picture, telephone number, then it will lead you to somewhere to take actions about this. Another area also about unserviceable vehicles.
Cars, na alacha na paki or no.
And the ball
oily.
Okay. The roads are not meant for na cars na access na the best you are. It's going to be another issue for us to tackle and many other issues. So that's why I say this year
noise pollution.
This year,
so much noise.
This year is going to be.
Of course,
I mean, no, but I want to focus on some of the. If you want us to talk about noise pollution,
but if,
you know, I think the time, the next time, all those things. Because one of the areas now, your boy, your home pounds is about road safety.
Okay. Your time into what we'll do is yes, essentially be near dim. Of
course.
Going to be so, I just say I am baho. Yeah, baby, engage you. Well, for those of you more person who no school, hey, free hey, crew benzo,
you will me one crown.
Okay.
No,
boxing.
No, but my fight kakra but me boxing.
They fight like
the street fight.
Domestic. Okay.
Those are time you know na
without
now because we have makakra but
okay.
You know and I make call school me call Dogono secondary school.
Okay.
Me O level
okay.
And I me call Achims Radio A level and call University of Ghana me public administration as my BSc.
Okay.
And then I did my second degree masters in local economic development.
Okay.
And, I've spent all my life and my time at Wonkra and me and Kenny.
Okay. Accra boy. Mayor,
you're Babaku.
Babaku. Okay.
Babaku.
All right. Okay. That's all right. So, but a friend is saying,
a friend of Prince Abdallah.
Okay.
Adjei Sowa.
Adjei Sowa.
Or Costco Watimota.
Okay.
Or Fraser Hall.
All right. Also, I fight Kakrape now. Not the more than when you fight.
Free on. Anyway, you Papa no free book. Papa on you.
I know the only book boy. You know,
computer.
Game. You know, virtual cops. Anyway, well, it was for you didn't come on be brave, but Begin said the Accra Mayor no mufie. Mayor ni na twetwe nkomo and sabi before be a beka numbers na edema so mumye nyina so ye mwa base ye criticize ye prepared say ye so ye boa next time so the task force na begina ho say wadwuma wo ye no ye bagi sika we no mo nkontokwa eno abi no mo de fa enema no wo ho no afi mu bi mo ho amo ankasa out of mo amunja de mo ye no mu tuatua ya so bebre kwa ewo nkran ha mo ma okro no mu enjo kakra emayen na emu so enye fe ye pagya emu na me ya adoma Ochina ebesa ehye bi. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. Bedasipa.
Bedasipa.